Hello guys, Willem, Petzer here, and today we'll be talking about Dutch politician Martin van Helvert, who called for an investigation into farm murders in South Africa. Now this is very significant because of the party that Martin van Helvert comes from. Van Helvert is a politician for the CDA, or the Christian Democratic Party in the Netherlands, which since its founding in the 1980s, or I think exactly 1980, it has always been a mainstream party in the Netherlands. It's a party that has won many elections, and it's also considered the centrist party in the Netherlands. Out of the three mainstream parties over the last few decades, you have the CDA, and then you have the Labour Party on the left, and the People's Party on the right. Now the CDA has always been considered the centrist party between these two parties. And this is very significant for the case of farm murders because farm murders overseas has become kind of a right-wing issue. Now most or all of the parties that has spoken out against farm murders in South Africa in European and American countries has been right-wing parties. Not that it's a bad thing that the right-wing parties are speaking out against farm murders, but this has become a bit of a partisan issue. Take for example America. When Donald Trump spoke out about farm murders, he was viciously attacked by the left or the Democratic Party in America. It has become a bit of a partisan issue, and the far left worldwide has successfully lobbied and made this out to be a far-right issue. It shouldn't be a partisan issue. It should just be a decent human being issue to care about these things. But it was successful by some of the far left lobby groups and NGOs to turn this into a far-right issue. Take for example the Southern Poverty Law Center in America, who has described AfriForum, who is probably the most significant lobby group overseas for farm murders, as a far-right hate group. They even included them on their hate watch list, even though AfriForum is probably one of the most moderate organizations you'll find and hasn't made any extremist comments. So this is very significant for us that a centrist politician is starting to speak out about this, because this is the gateway to making this a non-partisan issue that is being talked about overseas in all countries by both the mainstream right and left-wing parties. Of course, when sensible people on the left hear about farm murders, they would start caring about it, because it is a horrible issue that should be cared about by overseas people. And it's not just that it's a human rights violation, it is also that farm murders and expropriation without compensation, which is also being called out in Mr van Helvert's video, is very bad for overseas investors in South Africa. So any overseas country who has money in South Africa would want this to stop, or would want to withdraw their money before it starts. Now let's first look at who Mr. Martin van Helvert is. If you look at his Twitter bio, you'll see here, he's a member of parliament. This boozah here means he works for foreign affairs. He works for the Committee of the Defense of Human Rights, specifically the persecution of Christians. He's also the chairman of the government liaison group between the USA and the Netherlands. He's also the delegation leader in the Benelux Parliament. The Benelux Parliament is, of course, a parliament between the three countries in the old Netherlands, which is Luxembourg, Belgium, and the Netherlands. And also he is the vice chairman of the Parliamentary Committee for Agriculture, Nature, and Food Security. Now I'm going to play you the video now that he made, calling for this investigation. It is in Dutch, but I translated it and put in some English subtitles so everyone can understand. But first, I just want to inform everyone watching this video that I will be doing a full-on interview tonight at 9 PM South African time with Mr. van Helvert. And I would also like to thank our sponsors on this channel, which is you, the viewer. Because of you, we are making a Zimbabwe documentary on expropriation without compensation. We would very much appreciate your continued support on this, and if you want to make a contribution, there's a link in the description of this YouTube video, or you can just go to our website pofadder.media and you'll find the option to make a contribution there. Let's take a look at Mr. van Helvert's video.
Het vermoorden, martelen en onteigenen van blanke boeren in Zuid-Afrika gaat maar door. Vaak betreft het families die Nederlandse wortels hebben. De boerenpopulatie is gehalveerd. 30.000 boeren zijn verdwenen. En de overheid in Zuid-Afrika doet helemaal niets. In rechtsextremistische hoek wordt dit onderwerp vaak gebruikt om eigen racistische ideeën te ventileren. Dit maakt dat veel politici zich verhouden van dit probleem. En dat is heel erg voor de boerengezinnen, want dat maakt hun situatie alleen maar erger. Daarom pleit ik voor een internationaal onderzoek, bijvoorbeeld via de VN, naar de moorden, de martelingen en onteigeningen van blanke boeren in Zuid-Afrika.
Now, as you can see here, Mr van Helvert made the exact same points that I made about this being a right-wing issue. He even went as far as to say that some extremist right-wing groups have also taken up this issue. And this is not good for the farmers here, because people like myself who have experienced farm murders and the brutal torture going with it in our families don't want to hear about this being a far-right or racist issue all the time, because for us it definitely is not. It's just a humanitarian issue that we wish would stop. Be sure to share this video all over with your friends and family. And also, this is a lot of progress into the right direction to make the issue of farm murders in South Africa a non-partisan issue. Thanks for watching. Remember to watch the video at 9 PM tonight with Mr van Helvert. And goodbye and God bless.